we're back on Soch ttalk train of thought with a series of episodes on financial services with Mr. Jasneet Singh Bindra, country head of CISI. So welcome back to this episode.
Thank you so much.
Now, when we talk in terms of as the financial service sector which are concerned, like at the bottom end we talk in terms of an operations, then at middle level we talk in terms of an wealth management, capital markets, and risk and compliance. For the benefit of a target audience, can you throw some more light in terms of an operational aspects?
Well, in India, operations are huge. Most of the global banks, if you see, all of them, and this happened post 2000, started up setting up their captives in India. Captives are, basically your back-end office work. So all the front office work happens out of UK, US, Australia, Canada, but the back-end work on the investment banking operations side is happening in India. And there are two reasons for it. One is India has got the skilled resources, and of course, getting the back office outsourced to India is cheaper than having it in the countries like US, UK, because of course of the charges and the salaries that you might pay up a US citizen or a UK citizen is lesser as compared to an Indian citizen. Nice. In the middle, there were also talks that a lot of this process might move to Philippines and a couple of other countries, but that did not happen because of the simple fact that we still have got a better command and better work-life culture in India. So still a lot of business starts coming into India, right? So what is happening in the back office operations world is that, for example, you're doing things like trade life cycle. How a trade has started, let's say in the Japanese stock market, and by the time it's settled in the New York Stock Exchange, what is the journey it has gone through? How it has been settled in different markets. What are the foreign exchange work which has been happening, behind doors? How the reconciliation is done, right? How do you mitigate risk? All these aspects on which I just mentioned and corporate actions are all being done in India, and it's all been outsourced to India. And this is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and more business on the back office as well as middle office, even the risk and compliance functions are coming into India. Nice. Right, and these are all the aspects that we also try to cover as part of our curriculum, so that when a student who aspires to be a part of this industry already knows what is happening in the industry beforehand. Right, and also of course a lot of corporates are also upskilling their own employees and making them sure that they understand the regulations. See, regulations in the financial services markets are updated and evolved almost every month. As you and me are speaking, a new regulation might crop up.
Correct.
So it's very important for everyone who's part of this industry to understand regulation. For example, the regulation like Dodd-Frank, FATCA, MiFID, UCITS. A couple of years back, regulation came out on General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. Now, all these regulations, of course, is not part of a regular curriculum of a college or a university. Correct. Which we try to make it a part of our syllabuses. And I would also like to highlight one very important thing is the curriculum that we have, that the CISI prepares, is prepared by people who are already working in the industry. So it is by the practitioners for the practitioners.
The compliance, they are updated with all the relevant compliances which are there.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And as students who are making their career in the finance which are concerned, many times they're confused in which area of finance they want to enter into. Yeah. It seems if the operations are getting shifted to India, there's a huge opportunity which are there. Yeah. And what is an advice as a target audience which are concerned, like what you would like to tell them? Like,
I think firstly, for all the students who are watching us, they should get their base in finance strong first. They should have a foundation program where they understand each and every aspect of financial service market. So there are different areas. For example, various stock markets around the world. What are different asset classes? There is equity markets, there are debt market. There are different types of instruments which are there. They should also understand the economic environment, right? Finance and economics are also very close linked to each other, right? They should also, I think, a very important aspect of, for that matter, any field, not only finance, is integrity and ethics. They should also have a thorough understanding of integrity and ethics. So I think setting up the foundation is perhaps the paramount and the most important thing. And once the foundation is set, then they should deep dive more into the specialization. And they should also follow their passion. That whether they are more passionate about wealth management or capital market, which is more like a front office kind of a job role, or they are more passionate towards a risk and compliance. Do they have a more kind of a inclination more towards the risk and the finance, and the compliance areas,
Mhm.
or they want to be more on the back office and the investment banking operation side,
Mhm.
right? So once they have taken a call in which aspect of financial services they want to be a part of,
Mhm.
then they should deep dive more into that. But the first and foremost is to have a basic foundation of each and every area of financial services.
I see. I think we just spoke in terms of financial services of an operation aspect which are concerned, which
Yeah.
are getting shifted into India.
Yeah.
And there's a huge opportunity as far as the target audience which are concerned.
Yeah.
And now from the operation aspects, like as far as the certification which are concerned, which are the which I think we can which can really equip them to get
Yeah.
placed better. What CISI have to offer, like?
So
In
CISI certifications are recognized by 75 regulators
Mhm.
all over the world.
Mhm.
We call them global passports for you to take up a job or work in
Mhm.
any part of the world.
Mhm.
So as part of the operations certifications,
Mhm.
like I said, the foundation is very important. So we have a very basic program called as International Introduction to Security Investment.
Mhm.
This gives you an overview what I was talking about
Mhm.
of the financial services market in a nutshell,
Mhm.
right? Then the other programs that you can look at, depending on which domain you are focusing on,
Mhm.
you can look at a global security operations,
Mhm.
which will talk more about the reconciliation and the settlements and the trade life cycle part of it.
Mhm.
Then we have a certification on asset servicing,
Mhm.
which focuses more on the corporate action bit.
Mhm.
Then we have something on derivatives,
Mhm.
derivatives operations,
Mhm.
which again looks into the over-the-counter derivatives
Mhm.
as well as exchange trade derivatives.
Mhm.
So the inclination more towards the derivatives program.
Mhm.
Then we have something on derivatives.
Mhm.
We have something on risk. Risk has become such an important area,
Mhm.
especially after the global meltdown which happened. There is a recession in the US,
Mhm.
2008.
Mhm.
Risk and compliance became the top point of all the boardroom meetings.
Mhm.
And in fact, there was a survey done in 2012 by AC Nielsen,
Mhm.
which actually called risk and compliance as the hot jobs.
Mhm.
That means the demand is very, very high,
Mhm.
but supply is very less.
Surprised us.
So it's a very
Yeah.
niche area for the audience to look into. So we have a risk in the financial services program also.
Mhm.
And I'm very happy to announce our risk in financial services examination is also recognized by RBI, the
Mhm.
Reserve Bank of India, as a part of capacity building program in India.
Mhm. Okay.
So we have a joint program on risk financial services
Mhm.
along with IIBF, which is the Indian Institute of Banking and Finance.
Mhm.
So we have a joint program which is recognized by RBI.
I see. Good, great. If the students who are listening to Mr. Jasneet Singh Bindra, who is a country head with CISI, in fact, is a very valuable advice what it given in terms of operations aspect which are there, and your narrative saying that the base foundation of finance needs to be very strong, and the various opportunities which are there as the operations which are concerned. I'm sure like it's that's what ttalk platform is all about, where we invite an expert like Mr. Jasneet to share your valuable experience, your expertise into finance, and where the target audience can draw in meaningful learning. This is an exclusive conversation what we are having with Mr. Jasneet Singh Bindra on ttalk ek Boond Soch ki, who is a country head of CISI. Catch up with him in our next episode of ttalk. Till then, go to www.ttalk.net. Subscribe and like the channel as much as you can. So thanks a lot once again for making to this show. Thank you very much.
So much.